Okay, this video should be a review of how to convert fraction decimal percents. So the first thing I want you to remember is that if they are all the same thing, they're just in a different form. Okay, so we're talking about the exact same things. All right, so the first one is 4/5. We're going to change that fraction to a percent. So make sure your I and B is out. You're looking at it. You're using everything I've given you. Okay? So it says to change a fraction to a percent, the first thing that you need to do is you need to change the fraction to a decimal. So to change the fraction to a percent, okay, you have to change the fraction to a decimal. So 4 divided by 5, and we get 0.8. Once we've changed that to a decimal, we need to change that to a percent. Move it 1, 2 places over. We get 80%. Okay, number 2, change a decimal to a fraction. So if you look in your I and B, if you look in your, no, you can't talk. Okay.
That's okay.
In order to change a decimal to a fraction, you say the decimal in proper placement form. So 8,500. Now we're going to simplify.
Simplify.
17/20.
17. Not that big.
Okay, number 3. 32 1/3% as a decimal. So the first thing I would do is I would change this to a decimal. So I'm going to change this to 32.3%. Okay. Now I'm going to change that to a decimal. Move 1, 2.323. Change 75% to a decimal, so move the decimal 2 places to the right. 75%. Change 5/11ths to a decimal. Take the top divided by the bottom. 5 divided by 11. We have a repeating fraction. 0.45 with a repeating bar above there. Now we need to change 24% to a fraction. The first step is to change it to a decimal, so 1, 2.
1, 2.
Say this in proper place value form.
No.
24 hundredths, so 24 hundredths. I know I can divide both of these by 2. I know I can divide both of those by 2 again. My final answer is 6/25. Okay, let's change this one to a decimal. 2 divided by 7. 0.29. Okay, make sure you round that to the nearest hundredth. Okay, now to change a decimal to a percent. 1, 2. 29%. Okay, hey, you need to be quiet. You're being quite the little helper here. All right, next one. 30.36 as a decimal. All right, so now we're going to change that to a fraction. So say the decimal in proper place value form. 36 hundredths. Okay, you're being a little bit of a nuisance now, miss. Yeah, I know. I said so. Yeah, you need to be quiet. I said so. All right, 36 divided by 2. 18/50. I sincerely apologize for this darling little... Okay, hey, Miss Muffet. 9/25. Okay? Now, we're going to change this decimal to a percent. So you need to move it 2 places. Excuse me. 1, 2. 36%. Okay, we'll change this percent to a decimal. Move the decimal 2 places to the left. So 1, 2.
1, 2.
Okay, now we'll say this in proper place value form. 48 hundredths. I'm going to simplify. 24 50ths. Simplify again. 12 25ths. Hopefully this gave you a good review of what we learned on Friday.